Evelyn, because of your gross negligence, the heart meant to save my brother's life was left stranded at JFK. You killed him!
Mr. Sterling! I didn't do it! I was framed!
She is flat out lying. This is the final cabin manifest before takeoff, and it has Evelyn's personal electronic signature right on it. Veronica? We're best friends! Why are you doing this to me? I don't have friends who are this cold-blooded. I warned her that Dr. Evans wasn't on board yet, but she said a human life wasn't worth missing her anniversary over. She even forbid me from reporting it. I never said that.
Veronica's right, Evelyn. Even though you are my wife, I have to tell the truth. Veronica did warn you, but you insisted on taking off anyway. You killed Mr. Sterling's brother.
It wasn't me.
You miserable bitch. I'm gonna kill you to avenge my brother!
Veronica, is the first class head count done? All present and accounted for, Pursuer. We're just waiting on your system confirmation to close the cabin door. Are you absolutely sure? Positive. I double-checked it myself. Don't worry. Captain, cabin confirmed. Everyone is on board, ready for taxi.
Roger that. Preparing for departure.
Throw her over the edge. Don't let her filthy soul contaminate my hands.
My husband conspired with my best friend's friend to murder me. If there is an afterlife, I will tear those two scumbags to pieces with my own hands. They will pay in blood.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Atlantic Airlines Flight 3101. We are preparing for departure. Cabin office, please perform your final check.
Flight 732 to London.
This is the flight where the doctor was left behind. I've been reborn. In this life, I will never let those two scumbags get to make sure they get exactly what they deserve.
Evelyn, first-class passengers are all on board. Please sign off on the manifest so we can close the door.
Veronica, are you absolutely sure everyone in first class is on board?
Of course I'm sure, babe.
Are you out of your mind? Why did you hit me? This is assault! I'm gonna sue you and ruin your career!
Ruin your career?
Veronica, open your damn eyes and look! Why the hem is seat 2A empty?
Maybe the passenger is just in the restroom? Seat 2A belongs to Dr. Evans. The system shows he's still stuck out there on the ground shuttle. Oh my god, how could this happen?
As the cabin attendant assigned to this section, you didn't even notice a VIP passenger and critical medical cargo weren't on board, yet you tricked the pursuer into signing the door closure order?
Under FAA Regulation Part 121, you are looking at gross negligence. I could report you to corporate right now. I just misread the screen. It's just one passenger. The worst that can happen is he takes the next flight.
Damn it, why does Evelyn feel like a completely different person today? Does she know about my plan?
Philip, abort tax. Dr. Evans isn't on board and he has a life to save. Tell ground crew to reconnect the jet bridge immediately. I'm opening the door. If you open that door now, you are going to get the whole crew grounded. You can't drag us down with you. That doctor is carrying a viable heart for an emergency transplant in New York. Life comes first. If anything goes wrong, can you take responsibility? The passenger's life is the top priority. We have to wait. But the plane is about to take off. He can just catch the next one.
What is wrong with Evelyn today? It's like she knew we were setting her up.
Captain, if we abort takeoff now, can you handle the fallout for this delay?
Get the hell out of my way!
I just explained the emergency. How does Philip still dare to start the plane? Philip, to murder me and be with Veronica, you really have no boundaries. Evelyn, passengers get left behind all the time. Stop making a scene.
Leaving the doctor behind and delaying the surgery, you won't escape the blame for this today.
Philip, open the door right now!
No. Philip and Veronica are in this together. He definitely won't open up. To stop this plane, I have to contact ATC directly. I'll have to use the emergency override code.
Evelyn, as Purser, you should know that unauthorized entry into the cockpit is strictly forbidden.
Using the emergency overrider to breach the cockpit? Corporate is going to hold the captain responsible for this. Contact ATC immediately. Get the doctor booked on a backup route. We cannot delay this transplant.
I'll handle it.
The next flight isn't for 3 hours, and that heart only has a 6-hour viability window. The surgery is guaranteed to fail. Evelyn, you're dead meat.
This is the purser of Flight 3101. We have a passenger with a viable donor heart left behind at the gate. I am requesting an immediate taxi aboard.
Damn it! Is this pilot playing with our lives? Does he even know how to fly a plane? Veronica! Get this crazy woman out of here! She's interfering with flight controls!
Evelyn, what the hell are you doing? We could have easily let the doctor take the next flight! I never agreed to that. You two took that upon yourselves.
What does that mean? Damn it. Why does it feel like she already knows what Philip and I planned for her?
Evelyn, this is a severe breach of protocol and insubordination. Bypassing the flight crew to contact ground control directly, even as your husband. I can't save you from this.
I never expected anyone to save me, especially not you, Philip. My only goal was to stop this plane. ATC has already issued a mandatory abort order. You have to stop whether you like or not.
101 JFK Tower. Your abort request is approved. Captain, return to gate 32 immediately.
I did it.
Base manager Hector and safety officers will be waiting at the gate for inquiry upon arrival.
Evelyn, do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused? This is a major incident! Our entire crew will be suspended and investigated by the FAA!
All I know is that I just saved a dying patient right under the noses of two absolute bastards. That's enough for me.
In my last life, Dr. Evans was left stranded at the gate and I carried the blame for a lifetime. In this life, let's see how you try to frame me.
Is Atlantic Airlines run by a bunch of incompetent, unethical hacks? Because of your incredibly stupid mistake, my patient almost died on the operating table!
Dr. Evans, on behalf of the entire crew of Atlantic Airlines, I offer our deepest apologies for this critical breakdown in boarding management.
Apologies don't mean a damn thing. Do you have any idea that the golden window for this donor heart is only 6 hours? Because of your screw-up, we've already lost 30 minutes!
It's only 30 minutes. What is he screaming for?
30 minutes! Every single minute adds to the threat of my patient's death, and that patient is the younger brother of Arthur Sterling, the heir to the Wall Street Sterling empire!
Everyone in New York knows Mr. Arthur has a sickly younger brother whom he protects fiercely. Someone once said the brother was a burden, and Arthur had their whole family destroyed.
Dr. Evans, it's all because our pursuer, Miss Evelyn, missed you when cross-checking the manifest. But I swear she didn't mean to. It was just a minor oversight. Please don't blame her in front of Mr. Sterling.
Veronica, you were the one responsible for the first-class manifest, and you personally confirmed to me that everyone was on board. You seem very eager to have that billionaire blame me, don't you?
Evelyn, how could you think of me like that? I was just trying to stand up.
Enough! Save your petty office politics. Once we land, I will Arthur every single detail of what happened today. Arthur Sterling will judge who's responsible.
Yes, Dr. Evans. Please take your seat in 2A. Our flight path's cleared. We are taking off immediately.
Get us in the air right now. Every second we waste puts Mr. Sterling's brother in mortal danger.
Mr. Sterling, we have a crisis. Because of a flight attendant's negligence, Dr. Evans was left behind at the transfer station. The surgery has been severely delayed.
What? Does Atlantic Airlines want to go bankrupt? A low-life flight attendant dares to play fast and loose with my son's life?
How could Atlantic Airlines make such a stupid mistake? Leaving the doctor who is saving my brother on a shuttle bus. For a medical crisis this severe, they better have a damn good explanation.
She actually got the heart onto the ambulance. Philip, if the surgery is successful, won't our entire plan fail?
Don't worry, babe. Her actions have severely damaged the company's interests. Even if the Sterling family doesn't go after her, the airline management will have to throw her under the butt to appease the regulators' wrath. Once base manager Hector gets here, he'll definitely ask us what happened on the plane. We'll just sit back and watch the show.
Doctor, I am incredibly sorry about today's incident. May God watch over the surgery and make it a success.
I understand. It was thanks to your help that I made it. I will report exactly what happened here to Mr. Arthur Sterling.
Evelyn! You brainless idiot! Who gave you the authority to initiate an emergency radio broadcast and call off the takeoff?
It seems my husband has already given you his own highly exaggerated version of the story during our flight down, hasn't he, Manager Hector?
Evelyn, watch your attitude! Philip is the captain and highest authority on that flight. It is his absolute duty to report the details of the incident to base management.
Evelyn, even though we are married, I cannot protect you. You took the responsibility of aborting the taxi entirely on yourself because of your own checklist oversight.
That's right, Evelyn. Don't blame Captain Phillip. He is just doing his job.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused today? Because you stopped that plane, the entire company has suffered massive financial losses. Can you even afford to pay for this?
Manager, in your eyes, is the company's profit more valuable than a human life?
Stop using human life as a shield.
Veronica, maybe you should loudly tell Manager Exter exactly who was the passenger you deliberately left behind at the gate. I didn't just stop the plane to save the life of the Sterling family's youngest son today. I did it to save this entire company from absolute ruin. So tell me, Manager, what exactly did I do wrong?
Mr. Arthur. Are you telling me the doctor left behind in seat 2A was carrying the donor heart meant to save the Sterling family's youngest son? You two almost killed Mr. Arthur's brother!
Manager Hector, I'm just a trainee in charge of cabin boarding. Besides, without Evelyn's orders, I wouldn't have dared to close the cabin door.
Exactly, Manager Hector. Veronica is just a trainee. I cannot let Evelyn throw an innocent newcomer under the boat just to escape her own accountability.
Philip, if I don't blame her, she'll blame you instead.
Evelyn! I know you're still mad at Philip, but you can't put Gain in front. You can't behave like this in them D-jocks here! I don't think that's her bad, and some hit me!
Since you made such a pathetic request, I'd be happy to oblige.
Enough! Do you three idiots still not realize how severe this is? Everyone on Wall Street knows how much Arthur Sterling doles on his brother. If anything happens because of you...
What? You're saying Arthur himself is heading to JFK right now with his private legal team and guards?
Arthur Sterling is on his way. Philip, in my last life, you framed me to my death. In this life, I will not let the tragedy repeat itself.
30 minutes, Dr. Evans. Why the hell were you and that heart left stranded on the task for a full 30 minutes?
Mr. Sterling, this is entirely the airline's fault. A flight attendant deliberately left me behind on the ground shuttle for her own personal interests.
Get the car. We are going to the airport. I want to see for myself who dared with my brother's life. Corporate just handed down instructions. Mr. Arthur is coming to interrogate us personally.
Mr. Arthur is coming here personally? Manager Hector? Is he gonna throw us all in federal prison?
What do you think? Do you think he's driving all this way to hand you a Medal of Honor?
Manager Hector, the system log doesn't lie. Veronica conspired with the captain to block me from opening the door for Dr. Evans.
Shut your mouth, Evelyn! I think you've been with this company too long and got jealous of Veronica's youth and popularity, so you used your authority to set her and Captain Phillip up!
I'm jealous of her? Evelyn, if you don't like me, I can hand in my resignation right now. But how could you play with the life of the Sterling family's youngest son like that?
No, she's the one packing her bags! Evelyn, I am officially announcing you are fired! Get out of Atlantic Airlines immediately!
Evelyn, without the airline's protection, let's see how you survive the wrath of the Sterling family.
Manager Hector, firing a senior employee unilaterally without any formal investigation, aren't you afraid I'll appeal directly to headquarters?
Appeal? Evelyn, are you really that naive? Do you think the executives at headquarters would ever cross Arthur Sterling for someone like you?
That's right, Evelyn. Mr. Arthur dolps on his brother. When he gets here and demands answers, how will a powerless nobody like you handle it?
Wait. According to my memories of the last life, Dr. Evans had plenty of time for the surgery. What exactly is going on here?
Notifies PR. Issue an immediate press release in Atlantic Airlines' name. Pursuer Evelyn has been terminated from all duties. Make it clear to the public and the Sterling Group that this severe incident was entirely Evelyn's personal misconduct and has nothing to do with airline management.
Evelyn, this is bad. No one can save you now.
Guards! Restrain this terminated violator and hold her here until Mr. Sterling arrives to handle her personally.
Wait! The truth hasn't been investigated yet! You can't do this to me!
Stop struggling, Evelyn. This is your destiny. Go and be buried with Arthur's brother!
Mrs. Sterling, we have arrived.
Why is it his mother who came, instead of Mr. Arthur himself?
Mrs. Sterling, what brings you to the airport in person? Is there anything we can...
You have the nerve to ask me? Which irresponsible stewardess left my son's transplant heart behind and delayed the surgery?
Mrs. Sterling, it wasn't the airline's fault. It was our purser, Evelyn. She violated boarding protocols and delayed the flight. Veronica, how dare you twist the facts in front of the most powerful family in New York? Mrs. Sterling, please hear me out.
Hear you out? In New York, nobody has the right to make excuses to the Sterling family. So you're the trash who forced my son's surgery to be delayed. Arthur, I've arrived at the base building and locked down the entire crew. Where are you?
Mom, I just took over Atlantic Airlines' central surveillance room. I'm retrieving the evidence. I'll send whoever delayed my brother's surgery straight to hell.
Nobody move! Pull up every single security feed from flight AA3101 for the hour prior to takeoff.
Evelyn, if anything happens to my youngest son, I will make sure you are buried with him!
Mrs. Sterling, you are being deceived by the parasites inside Atlantic Airlines.
Still stubborn, are we? My son is already pulling the security footage. The moment we have the hard proof, your lies will be shattered.
Excellent. Let's wait for Mr. Sterling to bring the footage here. When he does, the truth of who was saving a life and who was committing murder will be plain for everyone to see.
Mrs. Sterling, please calm down. Although I am Evelyn's husband, I will never defend her.
Verifying the passenger count is her absolute responsibility as pursuer. She's just clawing at straws now.
That's right, Evelyn. Why don't you just admit your critical mistake in front of the madam? I was indeed checking the manifest, which is exactly how I discovered Dr. Evans had been left on the shuttle bus. It was these two scum who prevented me from opening the door.
Madam! That is an absolute lie. I'm just a trainee. How could I possibly override the decisions of the captain and the pursuer?
Mrs. Sterling, it was indeed Evelyn's severe negligence that caused this disaster. We have already terminated her for this.
As the captain of this flight, I can personally guarantee that Evelyn falsified the manifest and deceived the cockpit.
Exactly. I explicitly reminded her in the galley, but she just smeared and said she wanted to get home early for her anniversary and that other people's lives weren't her problem.
You selfish, low-life bitch!
Madam, you cannot rely entirely on the words of these three parasites. I believe Mr. Arthur will clear my name once he gets the footage.
Mrs. Sterling, due to the 30-minute delay in delivering the heart, the young master has gone into cardiac arrest. He's in the emergency room right now!
No, my baby! It is because of you! You did this to my son! Evelyn! I will make you pay with your life! I will destroy you! It wasn't...
Mr. Sterling, after a critical emergency recitation, the young master's heart has finally started beating on its own. He made it!
Thank God. Why did he arrest?
The donor heart arrived just a bit too late. Honestly, if it had been 5 minutes later, even God wouldn't have been able to save him.
Understood.
Keep playing it! I want to see exactly which worthless piece of trap was playing with my brother's life before takeoff. I will make sure they vanish from New York forever.
I'm so damn hot.
Make sure you satisfy me completely this time.
Veronica.
It seems my son has retrieved the evidence. You refuse to admit it, but now everyone is going to hear exactly what he uncovered.
Mom, the footage is clear. The captain and that flight attendant were fooling around in the galley before takeoff. The bitch openly admitted she left Dr. Evans behind on purpose.
We all heard it! Evelyn, you lying, low-life whore! You deserve to rot in hell!
Incredible, Evelyn. You really are a piece of work. Plotting to murder the heir of a multi-billion-dollar estate?
I have served Atlantic Airlines for 7 years. I know every single safety regulation by heart. I keep my personal life completely separate from my job. I have never violated a single protocol on duty.
Still lying? Mr. Arthur just said on the phone that the recording has you two calling each other darling. Everyone in this company knows you are Philip's wife. Who else could it possibly be?
Manager Hector, Mrs. Sterling. I failed to keep my wife in check. I am willing to accept any corporate punishment.
Philip, you don't go to Hollywood and win an Oscar. It will be a tragic loss for the film industry.
Evelyn, how can you still be this stubborn? Captain Philip is facing termination because of you. Do you feel absolutely no remorse for him?
Philip! Veronica, it was the two of you. And now you are turning this around, exploiting the madam's grief to frame me. Do you honestly think your little scheme is flawless?
Enough! I have no interest in your little drama. Manager Hector, my time is precious. I want to see this resolved immediately.
Rest assured, madam, we do not tolerate any form of negligence. We will terminate Evelyn permanently and hand her over to the FBI.
Hold her down. Just prison? That is too easy on her. I am going to tear down that innocent mask of hers in front of the entire media!
Let go of me! Mrs. Sterling, you've ruled Wall Street your whole life. Can't you see through such a pathetic setup? I am being framed! Just accept it, Evelyn. Do you honestly think a billionaire like the madam would frame a nobody like you?
Veronica, I never imagined the woman I married could be this vicious, going so far as to target the Sterling heir. Sign the confession, Evelyn. Stop embarrassing yourself.
You lying piece of trash! Today I am going to expose your true colors to everyone. Let's see what you really are!
There's no running from this, Evelyn.
What is the status?
Sir, inside sources say the madam and the legal team moved the crew to the top floor boardroom for a closed-door hearing 2 minutes ago.
Is this the purser's badge?
Mr. Sterling, I am incredibly sorry. I am Joseph, chairman of the board of Atlantic Airlines. Joseph, Atlantic Airlines is run by a pack of absolute fools. Your petty internal drama almost cost my brother his life on the operating table. Mr. Sterling, this is an isolated and tragic incident. The board has convened, and we are launching a maximum level investigation right now.
Cockpit voice recorder and the security feeds tell the whole story. Your captain and that bitch Veronica locked the door to keep the doctor out, attempting to murder my brother.
What? The captain and a trainee conspired to... If the Pursue and your Evelyn hadn't bypassed flight crew to use the emergency radio, my brother would be dead. If he had died, your airline would have ceased to exist today. Yes, understood. The board will fully reward and commend Miss Evelyn, and we will permanently blacklist and prosecute Philip and Veronica.
Now take me to Evelyn.
Mr. Sterling, the young master has gone into cardiac arrest again. You need to get to the ICU immediately to sign for seconded emergency surgery.
Understood. I'm on my way. I have to go to the hospital. You go to the top floor hearing on my behalf and clarify exactly what happened. If Evelyn suffers even a shred of injustice on my turf, you know what I am capable of.
Understood, Mr. Sterling. I guarantee on my life that Miss Evelyn will not suffer another second of injustice.
Is this a hearing or a kangaroo court? Madam, what will it take for you to believe that I was the only one trying to save your son?
Believe you? A cheap whore who fools around with her husband in the galley and locks the doctor out of the jet bread? Why should I believe a word you say? I am sitting in on this personally today to demand absolute justice for my son. If your company fails to provide me with a satisfactory resolution today, I will make sure Atlantic Airlines disappears from the face of the earth.
Madam, please calm down. Our company's growth relies entirely on your trust. We will absolutely provide you a satisfactory resolution today.
Cut the public relations bullshit. I want to see this woman pay for her actions right here in front of everyone.
Is the madam going to have the board fire Evelyn and hand her over to the federal prison?
Evelyn, confess you're guilty immediately. Otherwise, the consequences will be far worse than you can imagine.
Philip, you and your mistress are the most pathetic liars I've ever met. You blocked the heart transport for your trashy affair, and now you have the nerve to frame me?
Enough! Of all people, you dared to cross the Sterling family heir? If you want to rot in prison, don't drag us down with you.
Exactly. Our legal department will never harbor a criminal. We will make sure she pays a catastrophic price. Then, Mrs. Sterling, what do you suggest we do?
Make her pay? Do you really think empty words from your useless mouths are enough? She delayed the transplant, which put my son in critical condition. I want her to sign this confession and take absolute accountability for all damages.
I did nothing wrong. Everything I did was in strict accordance with safety protocol. I will never sign this.
I will give you 10 minutes. If she doesn't sign, I will employ alternative measures.
Mrs. Sterling, please, do not hold the entire board accountable for the actions of one single employee.
Evelyn, with the board and the Sterling family coming down on you together, you are absolutely finished.
Evelyn! Sign this confession right now! Do you want to destroy all of us?
Sterling!
Stop wasting time! Grab her hand and force her fingerprint onto the document. Stop! Nobody forces her to sign anything! Get your hands off her! Mrs. Stengling, this is a massive misunderstanding. You absolutely cannot force her to sign this confession today.
Are you challenging my authority to stand up for this low-life whore?
Whore? Madam, you have been thoroughly deceived by these pathetic liars. Evelyn is actually the young master's savior.
How dare you lie to me for this woman?
Every single word I speak represents the board's honor. Mr. Arthur himself confirmed this.
Where is Mr. Arthur now?
He's on his way. The hospital called with an emergency, and he had to sign for an urgent second procedure.
But he gave a strict command. I must clarify everything and clear your name immediately.
Do not use my son's name to deceive me. You what proof have?
Mrs. Sterling, please do not listen to his one-sided story. The chairman must have some kind of under-the-table deal with her.
Exactly. Evelyn is the one who forced the taxi abort. The entire cabin witnessed it.
The disgusting, pathetic things you did on that plane, do you honestly think you can hide them? Mr. Arthur has retrieved all the evidence. You're finished, you absolute trash.
Mrs. Sterling, I told you I am innocent. The security feed and audio will make everything clear.
Shut up! I have no interest in hearing excuses from parasites. I will judge the truth for myself. Whether you innocent or mud, I only trust my son and my IANs. I will call him myself. Hello? Arthur, it's Mom. What did that footage actually show?
Is Dr. Evans' procedure finished? Then my brother...
Hello, Dr. Evans. How is my brother?
The initial delay severely cut into our rescue window. Though we brought him back, he is still in critical danger. I need you to sign off on the next procedure immediately.
I trust you completely. Do whatever it takes. I authorize any and all measures.
Understood. Thank you for your trust, sir.
Madam, Mr. Arthur must be handling the medical emergency. Please wait a moment. I will call him on the secure boardroom line.
Enough! My son would never hang up on me unless it was an absolute emergency! No one is saving you in this boardroom today.
Damn it. I know Arthur's methods. If anything happens to Evelyn on my watch, I'll pay the price too.
Mrs. Sterling, I will personally guarantee Missy Evelyn's innocence as chairman. She is indeed the young manster's savior.
Joseph! Are you out of your mind? How could you leverage your position as chairman to vouch for a screw-up like Evelyn? Risking the stock price for this, you are abusing your authority!
Joseph. Who do you think you are? How dare a servant like you challenge my authority?
No, Mrs. Sterling, I have no intention of offending you. Mr. Arthur will be here with the proof very soon. Miss Evelyn is completely innocent.
Oh, my. Chairman Joseph. You have been defending Evelyn since you walked in. Do you and our lovely purser share some kind of intimate relationship behind closed doors?
Veronica, shut! Keep the chairman and I have no personal relationship whatsoever. Don't drag me into your disgusting fantasy.
Enough! Evelyn, I never imagined you could be this filthy. Selling your body to cover up your professional failures.
Well, that explains it. No wonder Joseph was acting so out of character. Evelyn used her looks to seduce the top executive. Absolute disgrace.
Exactly. The century-old reputation of Atlantic Airlines is completely ruined.
You pathetic, shameless bastards. This is a character assassination!
Evelyn, if you and Joseph have nothing to hide, why is he putting his entire career on the line to save you? Why don't you explain that to everyone?
Enough! I have no time for your trashy corporate affairs and scandals.
Mrs. Sterling, I am deeply sorry. This is entirely Evelyn's personal misconduct. Management is completely innocent. Please do not blame the company.
A life for a life. Since my son's heart has been endangered, I will make you pay the ultimate price. Restrain her! Arthur is calling back.
Damn it. Why is Joseph's line busy?
Move! We are taking over the boardroom hearing directly!
You want to pick that up? Not a chance.
Philip, we have been married for 5 years. I never knew you were such a vicious animal. You really want to destroy me today?
Directors, you can't even imagine how many disgusting things Evelyn has done over the years. No wonder she received FAA commendations every year. She was sleeping her way to the top.
Philip, that is malicious defamation. As chairman, I order you to shut your mouth.
Gentlemen, I am the ultimate victim of this scandal. If it weren't absolutely unbearable, which husband would expose his own wife like this?
True. Nobody wants to air their dirty laundry.
Her own wife shows just how degenerate she was. Even her own husband couldn't stand her.
These low-level new male employees by the union, traditionally who trade sex for favors, should have their legs broken and be sent straight to a federal penitentiary.
Evelyn, how could you sleep with the chairman just to get him to lie to Mrs. Sterling?
You are asking for it! You trashy woman! Dragged our entire airline's reputation through the mud! Hector, do you have a death wish? Touch the woman Mr. Arthur personally ordered me to protect, and I'll have you ruined and blacklisted.
Joseph! You are still defending her? How many times have you slept with my wife to make you mime our wife, to make you act this stupid?
You shameless animal!
Gentlemen, I have lived with Evelyn for years and never saw her true colors. Today, I am going to tear off her mask once and for all.
I never loved you. It was always Veronica. You are nothing but a pathetic loser about to be erased.
Joseph, look at yourself, protecting this homicidal whore like some dog in heat.
Indeed, our chairman is quite romantic, refusing to let go even with the Sterling family's blade at his throat. Fascinating.
Mr. Arthur, why are you not here yet?
Ah! You miserable bitch! You bit me!
Doing all this and you still deny your guilt. Giving you one last chance. Did you or did you not attempt to murder my youngest son?
Every order I gave was to save a life. I am innocent and I will never sign your fraudulent confession.
You really won't cry until you see the gallows. I ask you one last time. Very well, you forced my hand. Hold her down. Since you want to play tough, I will carve every single one of your crimes right onto your face.
No! Stop, you psychopaths!
What the hell do you think you are doing? Where is Evelyn?
What have you done in this room?
Arthur, you are finally here. How is the situation at the hospital?
Mr. Sterling, I am Hector, the general manager. We have initiated an internal hearing.
I am going to ask you this exactly once. Who delayed the donor and attempted to murder my brother?
It was the purser, Evelyn! Her gross negligence almost killed your brother!
Then let me ask you, where is Evelyn right now?
Enough! Joseph has lost his mind. Drag this bitch out. Lock her in the high voltage distribution room until the marshals arrive.
Mom, Hector, I am asking you one last time. Evelyn, the savior I specifically came to see, where is she?
Mom, talk to me. Where is the purser, Evelyn?
Calm down. I know you are angry because she aborted takeoff and almost killed your brother, but the people here have already punished her on your behalf.
You did what? Yes, sir. We have terminated her for the protocol breach. Of course, our New York base takes full liability for this incident. Your theta-fit...
You pathetic dog.
Have you lost your mind? What is with this behavior?
Mom, you were thoroughly used by these Wall Street parasites. On that runway, Evelyn risked her entire career and her license to force JFK to halt takeoff. If she hadn't done that, my brother would be a corpse right now. She is his savior.
What? That woman saved my child?
Mr. Sterling, please remain rational. Do not listen to rumors. That woman was sleeping with other executives behind our backs, was matched from joining.
So you must be Captain Phillip.
Yes, sir. I was the captain of that flight.
And you must be Veronica?
Mr. Sterling, I am Veronica. I am just a flight attendant who follows the FAA rules.
I was the one who spotted the manifest error and ordered the abort. All credit and operational decisions belong to Veronica and me.
Oh? You ordered the taxi abort?
Even now, you two pathetic cheats actually dare to lie to my face after trying to murder my brother!
Mr. Sterling, you can't do this! You have it all wrong!
Get the hell off me! You miserable bitch.
You tried to kill my brother and then you used my mother's grief to shift the blame onto an innocent woman. Sir, there must be some misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? With this evidence right in front of you, what else do you have to say, you corporate puppet?
Arthur, you actually have proof?
Yes, Mom. Why do you think I was delayed? I went to seize the pre-flight surveillance logs.
No! That's impossible!
What happened to that confidence when you were claiming her credit? Afraid now?
Arthur, the video, it was them?
Yes, Mom. I have already synchronized the data with the FBI and Port Authority Police. These two are going away for a very long time.
Mrs. Sterling! Sir, please hear me out. Whatever was on that tape, it's not what it looks like.
Shut up! I will not tolerate anyone playing with my son's life. Play the tape. Let the entire board see exactly what these two animals did.
They deserve to rot.
What was that noise? Who is in there?
Save me.
Mom, if I remember correctly, that is the high-voltage central vault. Did that noise come from inside?
Arthur, it is just the transformer overloading. It's nothing. Let's focus on the charges.
Hector, what is inside that room?
If she gets out, I am completely finished. I have to make sure she dies in there. Her asthma is lethal. If she suffocates, I still have a chance.
Please, somebody, break through the dark. Save me.
Madam! Sir, we confess! We confess everything! Just give us a way out! We will give up everything! Just please don't lock us away!
Veronica is trying to drown out with the noise from the vault.
Yes, Mrs. Sterling, we lost our minds. We will cooperate with PR. Just please don't press federal charges. Get the hell out of my way! Mom, where did you put Evelyn?
Is my life destined to end like this again?
Arthur, the pursuer. I locked her in the vault.
Mr. Sterling, cut the power to the vault! Ms. Evelyn has severe acute asthma. The high-voltage ozone and dust in there will destroy her airways. If we don't get her out, she will suffocate! What?
The code?
What is the override? Input it right now!
Sir, it's a high-security lock. It requires the base safety director's digital signature. The protocol takes 3 minutes.
To hell with your 3 minutes! Mr. Sterling! Evelyn, open your eyes. Can you hear me?
We should initiate a maximum level secure lockdown, sign an NDA, and have the body cremated quietly. If she goes to a public hospital and the media finds out the madam used private confinement, it will be a public relations disaster for the Sterling family.
Shut the hell up! Philip, she is your legal wife, yet you treat her with such cold-blooded cruelty.
Arthur, as vile as they are, they make a valid point. I authorize the lockdown. If this ticking time bomb explodes, our family trust and the multi-billion short-sutting campaign will be ruined.
Mom! How can you be so heartless? If Evelyn hadn't stopped that flight, my brother would be a corpse right now!
She is the Sterling family's savior, and I will make sure she survives today.
Deploy all armored transfers! Get us to St. Mary's Hospital at maximum speed! Cut the noise cancellation! Put your foot through the floorboards! Get us to St. Mary's right now!
Yes, sir.
Veronica! Are you insane? Where are we going? We need to hire the best criminal defense lawyers to deal with the FBI. Why are we chasing Arthur's convoy?
You brainless idiot! If Evelyn survives, her testimony will keep us in prison until we rot. But if she suffocates and dies on the way, dead people can't testify. When that happens, to protect the family name, the madam will use the trust funds to bury the whole thing. That is our only way out.
Damn it. You're right. No witness, no crime. That's our only survival route. Hey, those black SUVs are the Sterling family's private security. What the hell are you guys doing?
Shut up and drive. See that armored Cadillac up there? Get ahead of it. This cash is enough for you to retire in New York.
God bless America! Hold on! No corporate tank is faster than a New York cab! Boom! We bypassed them! How's that for driving?
Now!
Veronica! What are you doing? We are on a highway! Mr. Sterling! A yellow cab just rammed a tanker in a suicide run! All 4 lanes are completely blocked by the explosion! We are trapped! A crash right on the connector?
Arthur, this is bad. Her pulse is fading. She won't last 3 minutes.
Find another route! Is there an emergency lane, a bypass, anything? If we delay, she's gone! Sir, this highway is the only bridge to St. Mary's. The gridlock stretches for 3 miles. Unless all these cars miraculously vanish, we can't get through. Then make them move! Broadcast on the emergency channel! Tell them Arthur Sterling is on this road! For anyone who clears a lane! I will personally sign a $50,000 check on the spot. Get it done! Yes, sir! You psychopath! We almost vaporized in that explosion! You insane bitch!
Shut up, Philip! Not even God can save her today!
Those idiots, they are actually clearing the road! Arthur's car got through!
No! Damn it! No! Why does elite money have this much power? How did we still fail?
Dr. Evans, our savior. How is she?
Mr. Sterling, thank God you pulled off that citywide clearance.
Her hypoxia is under control, but the chemical dust from the vault has severely damaged her respiratory tout. She needs the epinephrine X cell repair agent from Munich. She needs it within 10 minutes. I've sent the nurse to retrieve it. Listen to me, Evans. Use whatever resources you need. Get the best of everything, whatever it takes to keep her alive.
Look at the label. That's the specific drug Arthur mentioned, the only one that can save her lungs.
Evelyn, you die today. If I destroy this medicine, let's see how you survive.
Oh, child. Thank God you are awake. Arthur showed me the central recording from Atlantic Airlines. I was completely blinded by those 2 monsters. You saved that my son's life, and I treated you like a criminal. I am so sorry.
Mrs. Sterling, in that moment you were just a mother facing the loss of her child. Under such a calculated lie, anyone would lose their mind. I don't blame you. I am just glad your son is safe.
Arthur, listen to me. I have decided to adopt Evelyn as a legal member and daughter of the Sterling family. In New York, and in the entire aviation industry, no one will ever dare to lay a finger on her again.
Understood, Mother.
What did you say? Evelyn's emergency medicine has been stolen?
Robbery of federal controlled drugs? This is New York. Who dares to strike at my daughter right under my nose?
Damn it. That was the only bottle of epinephrine X from Munich in the entire country. Without this for nebulization, her airways will suffer permanent suffocating damage.
Evans, relax. I knew these sewer rats wouldn't go down quietly. The moment they tried to swap the medicine with concentrated insulin, my security team neutralized them. Philip, Veronica, you violated flight protocol, committed adultery in the cockpit, and locked out the transport to murder my brother. And then you caused a high-speed crash and breached a pharmacy in an attempt to silence a witness. I have initiated prosecution for first-degree attempted murder and severe public endangerment under the Sterling name.
Honey, baby, I am your husband. Veronica deduced me. She used her body and a VP promotion to blind-eye me. Please save me.
Philip, Veronica, capital might have a price tag, but karma doesn't. You trampled on an innocent life, and now you pay the price. You brought this entirely on yourselves.
Get them out. Don't let their filthy blood contaminate this room. Evelyn, as a token of our gratitude, I have authorized a $1 billion trust fund under your name, and I officially invite you to join Sterling Investment Headquarters as our Executive Vice President.
Thank you for your generosities, Mr. Sterling. But I belong in the air, battling storms and keeping passengers safe. A Wall Street desk isn't for me.
That is exactly the independent spirit my mother admired. Excellent.
In that case, I will have Joseph place you directly into the Global Executive Risk Management Team at Atlantic Airlines.
Then I look forward to working with you, Mr. Sterling. Initiate Level 3 ATC bypass. Carve out an emergency corridor for Flight AA890 through the SuperSom.
Roger, overriding North American airspace data now. Director Evelyn, the old risk model shows their survival rate is currently capped at 50%. The legacy algorithm has hit a complete dead end!
Forget the legacy model. Force inject my modified tropospheric low-pressure algorithm and run a stress test immediately.
Understood. Injecting the director's custom algorithm now. 60, 80, 100%! Oh my god, a perfect survival! We did it! This is the greatest miracle in aviation risk history. Director, you are an absolute lifesaver. Absolutely. Ever since Director Evelyn took over 5 months ago, every single one of our 30 transoceanic routes has been optimized. With the chief risk officer appointed personally by the chairman, we are going to absolutely crush the global route bidding war in 5 days.
All right, guys. It sounds like someone coated your morning coffee in maple syrup today. Once we secure the permanent rights to the Golden Route, the first round at the Manhattan Penthouse Bar is on me.
Thank you, Chief!
Damn that Evelyn. Just a glorified flight attendant, and she steals the director's chair from me the second she lands. I'll make you choke on that smile. The bidding war in 5 days will be your absolute public execution.
I'm so sorry, Evelyn. I brought you all the way to our New York headquarters only for this useless old heart of mine to give up on us. The doctors are placing me on complete lockdown. No work, total bed rest for at least a month.
Please don't worry about it, Chairman Joseph. The board and I have everything under control. Your health is the absolute backbone of Atlantic Aviation. Just focus on getting better.
While I'm out this month, I'm putting risk management and the bidding for that $10 billion golden route entirely in your hands.
Mr. Joseph, please, you have to rethink this. Evelyn has absolutely zero experience negotiating a deal of this scale. Handing the next 10 years of Atlantic Aviation to a rookie? The risk is extromical. If anyone should be interim head of risk management, it should be me. I've given 8 years of my life to this headquarters.
Hillary, I chose Evelyn for her unmatched crisis management skills and her absolute integrity. The board has already signed off on this. The discussion is over.
Rest easy, Joseph. As long as I'm at Atlantic, our risk protocols will remain airtight. I won't let you down.
Damn it! What makes her so special? I swear I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
Oh, and one more thing, Evelyn. My only son, he's been studying in London, but he's incredibly stubborn and quite a handful. He should be returning any day now to get some real-world experience. When he does, I want you to use your authority as director, show him some tough love, and whip him into shape.
Your son? You mean the heir to Atlantic Aviation? All right, ladies, visiting hours are over. His heart rate is fluctuating, and he needs absolute quiet. No visitors are allowed in this room for the next month. No exceptions. Please step out immediately.
Jesus, that data matrix was an absolute nightmare. If we hadn't injected the director's latest model at the last second, that airliner would have had a 50-50 chance of surviving over the North Atlantic.
Justin, this 10-year North Atlantic cyclone probability analysis imported into the central system before the reboot, who originally signed off on this? That report happens to be a compliance document my core risk team 1 spent 2 grueling weeks putting together. Why? Is there a problem, Madam Director? A problem? Hillary, the core meteorological baseline data in this report of yours is completely fabricated.
Fabricated? Watch your mouth! Stop throwing wild accusations around! I've been at HQ for 10 whole years. You're just a low-tier flight attendant who got parachuted in. What makes you think you can walk in here and lecture me on my own expertise?
You're clearly just targeting me to eliminate any competition before the Golden Route bidding in 5 days.
Easy, Hillary. Alelin is the chief risk roster. Why would she go out of her way to target you? Could this be a system glitch? Like, maybe you accidentally imported an uncalibrated data site?
He's right, Hillary. Director Evelyn is the gold standard in the industry when it comes to extreme thunderstorm risk assessment. If she says the data is off 9 times out of 10, something is seriously wrong with it.
You spinless kiss asses! She's been at HQ for barely 5 months and you're already lining up to bow down to her?
Hillary, our database is not a shield for your incompetence. The rainfall data for the middle 5 years here variates drastically from official records. Huh, who do you think you are, a supercomputer? You expect me to believe you spotted an error in hundreds of millions of data points at a single glance? Cut the crap.
Oh my god, the director is right. Hillary, the critical thunderstorm patients in this report are completely compromised.
Every single number matches the previous year's historical data down to the digit. You didn't even bother to scrub the time spanks from the code?
Classic Director Evelyn. Her eyes are practically a human scanner. Were you spending the last 2 weeks getting wasted at a bar, and then just copy-pasted last year's file and dragged the wrong rows?
How is this possible? The Atlantic firewall was supposed to... Damn it! It's actually true! Hillary, now, in front of the entire risk management team, what possible excuse do you have to defend this sheer negligence?
Wipe that smug look off your face! So a few lines of code desynchroned during the system import. Big deal! Millions of data points cycle through Atlantic Aviation every single day. Stop making a mountain out of a molefic just to flex your authority!
Hillary! Shut up! Just apologize to the director!
Justin! Who the hell are you to lecture me? Don't forget that we are the actual veterans of this headquarters!
I busted my ass with my team for 2 weeks on this report, and not only does she deny our budget, she sits there nitpicking just to humiliate me!
Enough!
Hillary, you listen to me, and you listen closely. The entire risk management team has been in this command center for 3 days and 3 nights straight without a wink of sleep for this bidding. Nobody here has the luxury of time to play these pathetic, amateur political games with you.
Who are you calling a clown?
I am calling you a clown. Thank God today was only an internal simulation stress test. If this fabricated report of yours had been fed directly into the London Golden Route, our pilots would have flown blind into next week's superstorm without a single warning. There would have been a 50% chance of a plane carrying 300 souls tearing apart at 30,000 feet, leaving nothing but debris. Stop. Stop trying to scare everyone. There's no way things would ever play out like that.
Scare smactics? Hillary, every single aviation chip at Atlantic Aviation carries the weight of tens of thousands of lives.
On the scales of risk management, our safety margins leave absolutely zero room for fakes or shortcuts.
Now take this garbage report, Get the hell back to your office and audit every single byte of data.
Before the bidding in 5 days, if I find one more error, I will not hesitate to use my veto power to kick your sorry ass out of Atlantic Aviation for good.
Fine, I'll audit it. Who do you think you're throwing a tantrum at? What an unbearable low-class bitch.
Director Evelyn, please don't let her get to you. Her connections run deep in this headquarters. Word is she's got ties to several big-shot Wall Street fund directors.
Don't worry, Justin. I'm not mad.
After spending over a decade staring down severe thunderstorms at 30,000 feet, a minor office squall like this won't even ruffle my uniform. All right, if we push any harder, the doctors at St. Mary's are going to start writing up our death certificates.
Let's wrap it up. Testing is officially done for tonight. Dinner's on me. We're hitting Manhattan for a world-class feast, and then everyone gets some sleep.
Oh my God! You are a literal angel, boss!
Cut the boss talk. You're making me feel old. Outside this control room, you guys can just call me Evelyn.
You got it, Evelyn.
All right, stop sloping over your desks like extras from The Walking Dead. Let's move.
Evelyn, I want to hit Times Square for some 3 Michelin star sushi. Oh, come on. In this weather, we need to go to Chinatown for some authentic spicy Szechuan hot pot.
Evelyn, don't think for a second that you can rule New York just because you have Joe Chingshan and some algorithms backing you up. The bidding conference in 5 days will be your execution. I will make sure you burn in hell!
Damn it, Evelyn! You expect me to audit years of archived records all by myself? She's just power tripping and settling a personal score.
Damn it! Are you blind? This is a limited edition. Watch where you're going, you clumsy peasant.
Master Mark? I am so incredibly sorry. I didn't see you. When did you get back to New York?
I heard the old man had a sudden myocardial insection, so I boarded the first flight out. How's he doing now?
He's out of the woods, but the doctors put him on absolute lockdown for a month of quiet recovery. Absolutely no visitors allowed, not even the executive team.
Well, since the old man is out of commission for a month, it's only natural that I, as his sole heir, step up to run Atlantic Aviation headquarters.
What the hell is going on? We are in a critical period and these desks are completely empty? Where is everyone? Where the hell did they go?
Everyone was dragged out for a team dinner by Evelyn.
Evelyn? Since when did we have someone by that name in Atlantic's core executive suite? Who the hell is she?
Master Mark, you've been in London for years, so you might not be up to speed on this. This Evelyn is currently running the show as the interim chief of risk management. She's our new director.
Interim director? Ridiculous. 2 months ago, I explicitly recommended you to the old man to take over. What slum did they dig this Evelyn out of?
God is on my side. This idiot trust fund bro has no clue who Evelyn really is.
Young master, just a few months ago, Evelyn was nothing but a low-clear flight attendant. God knows what dirty tricks she pulled, but she got fast-tracked and parachuted right into the director's chair.
A low-life flight attendant? In the 30 years of this company, we have never had such an absurd appointment. Does she even know the first thing about capital risk? Who gave her the audacity?
Word is the chairman personally signed her appointment letter, and his secretary hand-delivered it to her.
I don't buy it. My dad has been a sharp businessman his entire life. There's no way he would make such a brain-dead move. Where's his secretary? I'm gonna confront him face to face right now.
Don't bother, young master. The secretary was sent to Europe on an inspection trip just 2 days ago. He's completely off the grid right now.
An inspection? Abroad at a critical junction like this? I see. This bitch must have colluded with my dad's secretary to stage a corporate coup while my dad wasn't in his right mind.
You're brilliant, young master. That has to be it. Otherwise, there's no way Atlantic Aviation would let a low-class woman walk all over us!
The chairman is in complete isolation. It's a perfect deadlock of proof. Evelyn, now that this idiot is gunning for you, you're dead meat.
What a scheming, manipulative bitch. Sleeping her way to the top is bad enough, but having the nerve to skip work and take the whole staff out for a joyride on the eve of the bidding?
Exactly, young master. Not only is she incredibly arrogant, she abuses her power to bully everyone in the office. I dedicated 10 whole years to this company, but the second she hijacked my projects and threatened to fire me. Young master, as you huela, what came yo streffenly la hand you my situation?
Absolutely not. Hillary, you are a trusted ally I personally groomed. Right now, you're the only one in risk management who actually knows the business. You are not going anywhere.
I heard the airline successfully optimized a new algorithm recently. That was your hard work, wasn't it?
Yes, young master. I pulled all nights for 2 weeks straight to build that proposal.
But the moment she was parachuted in, she erased my name and took all the credit for herself. You have to get me justice.
Don't worry. The moment that woman shows her face, I will personally strip away her mask in front of the entire staff. Atlantic Aviation is not about to be run by some glorified flight attendant.
Don't worry, you're a veteran here. As the heir to this company, I'll make sure you get the justice you deserve today.
Thank you, Master Mark. But, young master, what do you plan to do?
Leeches like her who sleep their way to the top have to be purged from this company once and for all.
Morning, Hillary. What is up with Hillary today? Why is she acting so cocky all of a sudden? It's bizarre.
Justin! What on earth are you guys doing?
Evelyn, we're being forced to stand in the corner.
That's ridiculous! This is the Risk Management Command Center, not a kindergarten! Who the hell ordered you to do something so humiliating?
I did. You got a problem with that?
Who are you?
Evelyn, this is the chairman's only son, Master Mark. He just got back from London.
Ah, so you're Master Mark. Chairman Joseph mentioned you while he was in the hospital.
Who the hell do you think you are? You think you're worthy of putting my dad's name in your mouth?
Don't mind her, young master. She always loves to drop the chairman's name to make herself look important.
Hillary, watch your professional boundaries.
You're right, Master Mark. I'm just an ordinary corporate worker, hardly compared to an heir like you, but...
I'd love to know what unforgivable crime they committed that warrants making them stand in a corner during working hours.
These are employees of the Risk Management Department. If they actually violated company regulations, then as their director, the responsibility falls on me.
Oh, you're damn right you're responsible. You're the one who led a mass walkout yesterday just to throw a party, aren't you? How does a woman with zero professional ethics like you even deserve to sit in the director's chair?
Unexcused absence? Master Mark, I think you have a massive misunderstanding of what risk management actually looks like.
I personally came to inspect the headquarters yesterday, and the entire floor was dead. Only Hillary was actually doing her job. Where the hell were you parasites?
My team and I pulled a 72-hour straight grind in this control room without a single wink of sleep. We successfully optimized the polar weather risk algorithm for our transatlantic golden route. By the time we finished, everyone was running on absolute fumes.
I used my executive privilege to force them to go home and get some rest. That is not an unexcused absence.
Looks like Hillary was right. You really love taking credit for other people's hard work, don't you?
You're just a low-level flight attendant from some backwater branch. What makes you think you're qualified to touch a multi-billion-dollar algorithm optimization? Do you honestly think I'm that easy to play for a fool? Master Mark! Every single word Evelyn said is the absolute truth. Those 5 new core routes we just launched only passed official regulatory review because of the adjustments Evelyn personally made. Exactly. Since Director Evelyn came to headquarters, our global operating performance this quarter is up 10% quarter on quarter. That's right. Evelyn's expertise is beyond question here at Atlantic Aviation, and nobody gets to disrespect that. You dare gang up on me.
You're just a bunch of low-level grunts! Who gave you the right to speak here?
How dare you take that tone with Master Mark, the heir to this company, all because of this woman?
Unbelievable doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? With a director like you, no wonder your underlinglings are turning into munitious thugs. I see what's going on here. You've all been bought off by this manipulative woman's cheap favors. You actually think you can band together and disrespect me? Evelyn! You're fired! Pack your bags and get the hell out of here! Master Mark, I'm so sorry. We misspoke. You can punish us however you want, but this has nothing to do with Director Evelyn. Please, I beg you, don't fire her. Yes, Noster, Mark. I'll stand her all day without food nor water. Please take it back. Master Mark! The bidding war for the $10 billion golden route is in just 5 days. At a critical moment like this, Risk Control headquarters cannot afford to lose Director Evelyn.
What did you just say? Anyone else who speaks up for her is getting fired today too! I will blackball every single one of you from the aviation industry in New York forever!
Master Mark, I don't care about this executive office, nor do I care about the high salary of Bay Atlantic Aviation's risk control director. But we are at a critical juncture. As the director personally appointed by Chairman Joseph, I am not taking a single step out of here until the final contract is signed and sealed.
Critical juncture? You're just desperate to keep your job so you can go on collecting a fat paycheck for doing nothing.
Mark, the Golden Route Summit is in 4 days. The team has been preparing for half a month, and Chairman Joseph said it is absolutely critical.
Stop hiding behind my father! Hillary! What golden route? Why haven't I heard of this?
Master Mark, it's an international partnership with the European giant Ryanair. It's tailored exclusively for high-end VIP customers. In the industry, we call it the Golden Route.
Sounds like a big deal. So is Evelyn actually that critical to the project?
Of course not. She just bosses everyone around. I've been doing all the core data analysis and algorithm optimization from day one.
Hear that? Then I have absolutely nothing to worry about.
Evelyn, the golden route has zero use for you.
Now pack your things and get lost. Master Mark, don't do this. Without Director Evelyn, the summit in 4 days is going to be an absolute train wreck. Are you trying to jinx the company? You think I won't fire you right here, right now? Master Mark, Justin is telling the truth. Anyone else in this company can be replaced, but not Director Evelyn.
That's right. Director Evelyn is a special talent, personally by Dorshadon's self.
Special talent? A low-rent flight attendant? Give me a break.
The old man is supposed to be in complete isolation recovering. Why the hell is he calling now?
Damn it. Why is he calling now? Am I about to get exposed?
Hey, Dad. Why are you calling? Are you feeling any better?
Mark, are you back at the New York headquarters?
Yes, Dad. I'm currently running the show here. Everything is totally under control.
Good. I need to brief you on the Golden Route. Have you gotten an update from Risk Control yet?
Yeah, I'm all over it. It's just a standard international deal. No big deal.
Nonsense. That route is our bridgehead into the European market. The representatives from Ryanair are arriving in 4 days for negotiations.
Relax, Dad. With the future air on the ground, nothing can possibly go wrong.
Cut the crap, Mark. Don't you think I know you? If we actually left it to you, Atlantic Aviation would file for bankruptcy by tomorrow morning.
Dad, you really have zero faith in me. Besides, we already have an incredible algorithm solution in place.
Fortunately, I recruited a true powerhouse in advance. With her running the show, this negotiation is a guaranteed success.
We have someone that good at HQ? Who? What's her name?
Yes. Whatever you do, do not drop her from the project. She's...
Unbelievable, Mr. Joseph. Sneaking around with electronic devices again.
Now, don't be mad. I'm just briefing my son on a $10 billion deal. Can I just finish giving him this name?
Absolutely not. The doctor said you need complete cognitive rest. Phone confiscated.
Fine. Whatever. With Evelyn running things at HQ, nothing can possibly go wrong anyway.
Damn it, why is the old man's phone off? Left me hanging. Who the hell was he trying to recommend?
Master Mark, what did the chairman say on the phone?
Mind your own business and do your job.
Whatever. With me personally running the show at HQ, a simple negotiation is going to be a walk in the park.
Young Master Mark, I'm begging you, you have to keep Director Evelyn on board. We can't lose her.
My old man signed off on her transfer himself. If I throw her out now, the old guy might actually have a stroke. Fine. Evelyn, you're officially stripped of your director title.
From now on, you're on archive duty. Have fun sorting through the dusty files.
Seriously? You're putting me on archive duty?
But Master Mark, you just said you were going to fire her. Why are you letting her stay?
Since when do I take orders from you? Know your place.
I'm sorry, Master Mark. I spoke out of turn.
Listen up. The Golden Route negotiation in 4 days is all yours. Pull it off, and the director's seat is yours. Screw it up, and you're dead to me.
Don't worry, Master Mark. I won't let you down. I'm all over it. Evelyn's pathetic little algorithm? I've already memorized it. That Golden Route is mine for the taking.
This is such BS. Director Evelyn busted her ass for this company, and this is how they pay her back? It's all because of that snake Hillary, whispering poison in the boss's ear just to throw Evelyn under the butt.
Totally. She's a straight-up sociopath. It makes me sick.
Got something to share with the class? Or are you all just sitting around slackjacking because you've got nothing better to do?
Mind your own business. You really think you're the new risk control director already?
Keep testing me. Once I nail that negotiation in 4 days, Master Mark is fast-tracking my promotion. And you'll be the first one I kick out.
Bring it on. Honestly, if a ruthless fraud like you takes over, we're all walking out anyway.
Hillary, what is the meaning of this? Here's the meteorological data for all our flight routes over the last decade. You need to organize and catalog every single page by tomorrow night.
Stop barking orders at me, Hillary. By what authority are you demanding this?
Master Mark put you on archive duty, sweetie. I'm just the messenger. But if you can't handle it, he'll have security escort you out of the building.
You're out of your mind. 10 years of legacy files? There is no way one person can organize all this in 2 days.
Not my problem. Didn't you love pointing out loopholes in my risk control plan? Let's see how smart you really are when you're drowning in paperwork. If I find even a single misplaced decimal point, I'll run straight to Master Mark. You'll be fired before you can even pack your desk.
So this is just a petty, personal vendetta.
So what if it is? Deal with it. Just remember, Evelyn. This headquarters isn't big enough for both of us. It's either you or me.
Evelyn, Master Mark is thirsty. Go grab him a coffee, chop chop.
Are your hands broken, Hillary? In the time it took you to strode over here and harass me, you could have made 10 cups of coffee yourself. I'm throwing you a bone here by letting you serve Master Mark. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I rely on actual professional competencies to get ahead. Unlike some people who only know how to suck up to the boss and play pretend.
Oh, say whatever helps you sleep at night. Fact is, you're demoted, and your career here is practically on life support.
I have a mountain of flight data to analyze. Didn't you demand I finish organizing all of it in 48 hours?
That's your problem. But Master Mark is waiting for his caffeine fix, so I'd get moving if I were you.
Evelyn, it's 2 in the morning. What are you still doing here? Are you seriously still sorting through those dusty old archives?
Oh, those basic flight files? I actually finished sorting through all of them around dinner time.
Wow, you're a machine. I'd expect nothing less from our director. But if that's done, what are you working on now?
When I was digging through the polar weather data from the last decade, I noticed a massive, glaring safety hazard in our current polar flight paths. Using my new algorithm, I pulled an all-nighter to design a bulletproof emergency extreme weather response system for the Golden Route. Take a look at this.
Holy crap. This is mind-blowing. It's absolutely flawless. You didn't miss a single variable.
From what I know about Leon Air, they're obsessed with extreme weather safety protocols. With this system, tomorrow's negotiation is a slack dunk.
Hell yes! Tomorrow at that table, we're gonna wipe that smug look off that trust fund idiot's face.
What are these two corporate peasants doing hiding out in the control room this late?
With this killer presentation, Lion Air's rep, Mr. Kim, is gonna be eating out of the palm of your hand. Mark will have to beg you to take your director job back.
I couldn't care less about the title, Justin. But this golden root is Chairman Joseph's legacy. I won't let him lose it. It's late. We'll audit the rest of the data tomorrow. Let's call it a night, Justin.
You got it. I have my car today. I can drop you off in Manhattan.
You tricky little bitch, Evelyn. Stripped down to a glorified janitor and you're still trying to stab me in the back for that director spot?
Tomorrow, this masterpiece becomes mine. I'll show this entire company who the real savior of Atlantic aviation is.
Listen up, everyone. Put your work on hold for a second and give me your undivided attention.
Lion Air's rep, Mr. Kim, and his executive team are about to walk through those doors. If anyone this golden root negotiation today and messes with my inheritance of this company, I will fire you on the spot. Am I clear?
Crap. I cannot let Evelyn stay in this room. If Mr. Kim starts asking tough questions, my cover is blown. Word is Mr. Kim is a massive coffee snob. He only drinks a specific pour-over from a century-old boutique cafe out in Long Island. If we have a cup of their signature roast waiting for him when he arrives, putty in our hands.
Love the attention to detail. Who do we have in risk control to run the errand?
Why not send Evelyn? Since she's basically our errand girl now, staying here is just a waste of space anyway.
Perfect. Evelyn, grab a car and head out to Long Island right now. Don't come back without that coffee.
Hillary, you are doing this on purpose. Long Island is a 3-hour drive from Midtown Manhattan in this traffic.
If I make a round trip now, the $10 billion negotiation will be long over by the time I get back.
Then put your foot on the gas. Honestly, Evelyn, it sounds like you're just looking for excuses to avoid doing actual work for this company.
That's a lie. This is nothing but a petty personal vendetta to push me out of this office.
Master Mark, let me go instead. I can drive out to Long Island. I know the shortcuts.
Speak when you're spoken to, Justin. We need you in the control room to run the presentation system for the negotiation.
Enough! Evelyn, how can you be so incredibly self-centered? Do you have any idea how critical Mr. Kim is to this company? Getting a simple cup of coffee is too much to ask? You have zero team spirit.
Fine. I'll go.
Mr. Kim, welcome to Atlantic Aviation. I'm Mark, the acting director. It is an absolute honor to have you at our headquarters.
Welcome, Mr. Kim. I'm Hillary, the head of risk control. I'll be presenting our proposal to you today.
Where is Mrs. Evelyn?
Miss Evelyn? You mean the archive clerk?
She is your risk control director. She has been the sole representative handling this account with Leon Group.
Well, about that, actually, Evelyn is...
Mr. Kim, working with me is exactly the same. I'm actually the mastermind behind this entire proposal.
No, it is not. During our video conferences, it was Miss Evelyn's brilliance and expertise that convinced me to fly out here and sign this deal in person.
Hillary, what the hell is going on here? Why is he demanding to see her and only her?
Master Mark, the truth is, all those proposals Evelyn sent over were stolen from me. She just took credit for my hard work to look good in front of the client.
That is a total lie. Director Evelyn spent 3 straight sleepless nights writing those polar meteorological algorithms. You don't even know how to read the code.
Shut your mouth! You're a low-level tech guy. What do you know about background architecture? Don't you dare slander me!
I highly doubt a professional of Mrs. Evelyn's caliber and reputation would resort to stealing credit.
Mr. Kim, please. It's just a misunderstanding. Evelyn is actually out handling an urgent matter for us. She'll be back shortly. We still have a few minutes before the official start. Why don't we head to the executive conference room for the presentation first?
This is unacceptable. I canceled 3 major board meetings on Wall Street to fly out to your headquarters today. What business could possibly be more important than a $10 billion contract? Showing up late to a signing of this scale is a direct insult to me and the Lion Group.
I am deeply sorry, Mr. Kim. This is entirely my oversight. Please don't let this ruin your day. I will personally see to it that she is severely disciplined.
Enough. If she has zero respect for time, we won't wait. Let's get straight to the presentation.
Yes, of course. Right this way to the VIP suite. I promise you'll find our proposal at least state-of-the-art.
And there you have it, Mr. Kim. That is our comprehensive risk management solution, meticulously tailored for the golden route.
Impressive. I must say, this polar hazard avoidance model is remarkably innovative. The mind behind this algorithmic liggle is exceptionally visionary.
Yes, I knew it. With Evelyn's pitch deck in my hands, she is completely obsolete. That director chair is officially mine.
Mr. Kim, since you're pleased with our execution, should we make this partnership official? Hold on.
Mr. Kim, you've reviewed the entire pitch. Is there something holding you back?
At Ryan Group, safety is our absolute bottom line. I'd want to take a look at the emergency contingency system you built specifically for the golden route.
Got it, Hillary. Go ahead and show Mr. Kim the contingency system you personally coded.
Consider it done, young master.
Hold on.
Mr. Kim, what's going on?
Young master, our test rig has the most brutal weather simulation presets from Wall Street. Running it directly on our hardware will give us a much clearer picture.
Damn it, a live stress test? No, it's fine. Not with other things going to go sideways. Right?
Ryan Group's evaluation is notoriously brutal. To give you some context, our highest rated global partner barely scratched a 70.
An 80. Young Master, we just pulled off an 80.
Unbelievable. Young Master Mark, it seems partnering with Atlantic Aviation is the best call I've made all year.
You bet. The Ryan Atlantic Alliance is going to absolutely blow New York away. How is this possible? We have a massive glitch. Look at the master console.
What's happening? That's impossible! Why is the score tanking?
A safety score of 10 and an R-rated hazard level? This is the most garbage evaluation I have ever seen in my entire life!
No! This is impossible! Your testing software must be glitched. There has to be some kind of system error!
Young Master Mark, is Atlantic Vang trying to commit corporate manslaughter with this piece of trash? Clearly this negotiation was a total joke. The deal is dead. We're done here.
You useless bitch! You completely ruined my golden ticket!
Why did I scheme all this way just to be outclassed by that trashy Evelyn? Wait, speaking of Evelyn, last night in the control room...
That low flight attendant is like a persistent stray dog, actually pulling together a full contingency plan on her own. Too bad tomorrow is my show. All your hard work is just a free ride for me.
Wait! Please, Mr. Kim, don't leave yet! That system just now, it wasn't mine!
The broken, garbage results are right on the screen. What kind of pathetic excuse could you possibly have now?
I am so sorry, Mr. Kim. I was incredibly anxious and accidentally plugged in a corrupted backup drive my assistant handed me. That was just a buggy draft. The actual flawless system I spent 2 weeks perfected is right here.
Fine. I will give Atlantic Aviation one final shot. But if this turns out to be more trash, Ryan Group will permanently blacklist you from every future venture.
You bitch, how confident are you really? Do not screw me over again. If you botch this, I will make sure you never leave Manhattan alive.
Relax, young master. I just accidentally grabbed that loser Evelyn's drive earlier. This time, we're golden.
100? Oh my god, how is this even possible?
This safety test is brutal. A perfect 100 is supposed to be purely theoretical in this industry. Ryan Group has audited thousands of airlines worldwide, and I never, in my wildest dreams, thought someone could actually deliver a 100% risk control plan.
Haha, Hillary, you're freaking brilliant. That was some next level suspense. You almost gave me a heart attack.
Sorry about that, young master. Didn't mean to keep you on edge.
Damn it. I didn't expect Evelyn's core system to be this ridiculously powerful. How does that bitch always manage to outclass me? But whatever, the deal is signed under Atlantic. Every ounce of glory and credit belongs to me, and me alone.
Mr. Kim, now that our plan has totally blown you away, what do you say about that $10 billion contract?
Absolutely. Atlantic's expertise has blown my mind.
I hereby their Atlantic Claire as the exclusive risk control partner for all of Ryan International's global routes going forward.
Oh my god, thank you so much, Mr. Kim. Here's to a great partnership.
Mr. Kim, please let me personally escort you and your team downstairs.
Well, well, look who decided to show up. Evelyn, the glorified errand girl, actually made it back?
Mr. Kim, I am so sorry I'm late. What's the status of our deal?
Don't lose sleep over it, errant girl. It's none of your business. Thanks to Hillary, Atlantic has officially locked in the deal with Ryan Group.
Hillary? That is physically impossible.
Unbelievable, Evelyn! You stood Mr. Kim up just so you could go grab yourself a fancy hand-drip coffee? Hillary, you were the one who ordered me to Long Island. You said Mr. Kim was a total coffee snob and insisted on that specific brew.
What are you talking about? I've never touched coffee in my life. I only drink authentic Chinese tea.
What? Hillary, you deliberately set me up to sabotage my presentation?
Mrs. Evelyn, I used to respect you. But fabricating stories to cover up your tardiness? That lack of integrity means we cannot be associates.
Mr. Kim, please believe me. Hillary maliciously set me up.
Enough! A bad system is a skill issue, but lies and deception are a breach of professional ethics.
Mrs. Evelyn, I am deeply disappointed in you.
Justin, what the hell actually happened during the presentation?
Evelyn, the thing is...
That's enough. Effective immediately, Hillary is our new director of risk control, taking over all operations. From now on, anyone who steps out of line with Hillary gets fired on the spot. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to escort Mr. Kim.
Hillary, what exactly did you steal from my master computer last night? Excuse me? Let me make one thing clear. I won Ryan Group over with a perfect 100-point system. If you're bitter about it, choke on it. Of course I am. Your pea-sized brain could never write an SSS-class algorithm, you dirty thief!
I'm the director now, and you're just a nobody. Every single slight you ever handed me, I'm going to pay you back 1,000 times over.
So you're saying her first testing model only scored a 10?
Exactly. And that flawless 100-point system she pulled out next, we both know only you could build an architecture like that.
That's weird. My underlying data flow was modified, and these transfer logs from last night, it really was her.
Hillary, you snuck into the control room last night and tampered with my workstation, didn't you?
Watch your mouth, Evelyn. I'm the director here. Don't go tossing wild accusations around.
Cut the crap. That 100-point risk algorithm Mr. Kim tested, you stole it from my hard drive last night.
Please. Watch what you say, sweetheart. Who's gonna prove I used your stuff? Do you have receipts?
I don't give a damn about who gets the credit. I'm telling you, the system you just signed off on has a fatal flaw. That perfect score is only for static simulations. I hadn't calibrated the polar anomalies core module yet. There is a massive security loophole.
Nice try. The simulation test hit a flawless perfect score. You're just green with envy.
This bitch must be trying to bluff me into admitting I stole her work. Yes, that's exactly what she's doing.
Save your breath, Evelyn. That SSS class algorithm is my own independent work, and it is flawless.
What's all this racket? I just closed a $10 billion deal, and I come back to you two screaming like wild animals.
Mark, the pitch Hillary handover is an unfinished prototype she stole from my computer last night. If that system hits a polar vortex, it will trigger an infinite crash loop. It will kill people.
Evelyn, have you completely lost your mind? That garbage code of yours scored a pathetic 10 and almost ruined this company. Hillary proved herself with a perfect score. And instead of self-reflecting, you're throwing wild accusations. You are utterly hopeless.
No, that 10-point file was just an old draft I hadn't deleted. The 100-point system is the flawed core she stole.
Shut up, Evelyn! Do you have any professional integrity left? You see her succeed, and now you want to swoop in and steal her thund?
Mark, listen to me. The underlying risk control logic is completely open-ended, and the emergency module is barely a draft. It scored high because of a single trigger bypass.
Enough! Cut the bullshit excuses to sabotage this project. The Golden Route maiden flight is about to take off, and I've guaranteed Ryan Group a flawless run.
But if this fails, people are actually going to die.
You're just throwing a tantrum because you're jealous of Hillary. Effective immediately, you are off the Golden Route project. Keep your mouth shut or pack your bags.
Fine. I said my piece. When people end up dead, don't look at me.
Mr. Kim, look. Flight 908 has cleared the troposphere smoothly. Our maiden voyage is nothing short of flawless.
Young Master Mark, Atlantic's risk management is truly state-of-the-art. To a successful partnership.
What the hell is going on?
Damn it! What's happening, Justin? What's on the master console?
Move! Flight 908, this is Kim from Ryan Group. Report your status immediately.
We've hit Newfoundland polar wind stream. Exturbulence completely destroyed our lift profile. Rig system is unresponsive. Repeat, the rig system is cascade failure and is completely locked up. We have lost control of the aircraft.
Damn it! A polar feedback loop on the maiden flight? Mark, get your hard copy emergency manual right now!
Hillary, where is the manual? Get it out and overtry to the source code!
I think I left it at my desk.
Are you telling me you forgot the manual on the most critical test flight of the year? Radar is already dead! Without that manual to patch the source code, that entire crew is dead!
This system directly affects human lives. Even with a perfect score, I need to make sure every variable is covered. Finally, it's done. What is that?
The Golden Route Operations Manual? Isn't this the exact documentation they need for today's test flight? If there's a system crash, this is the only place to look up the bypass codes. I have to get this to the command center right now. I brought the life-saving manual. Hillary, you can't even read the code you stole, can you?
Evelyn, quickly, hail the cockpit and get them to report the system lock error code.
Command, we have error code Charlie 77. Repeat, C77. Requesting emergency landing vectors.
What does C7 stand for in polar anomalies? Look it up in the manual!
There is no C77 code in this manual. How is this possible? Because she stole an unfinished prototype. The closed-loop algorithm to patch that error is sitting right in my head. Mr. Kim, there are over 100 lives on that plane. I request full emergency authority over Atlantic's command center immediately.
Who the hell do you think you are, Evelyn? You're just a low-class errand girl! You're gonna get everyone killed!
Shut up! All hands, listen up. Command authority is now fully transferred to Ms. Evelyn. It's our only shot.
Flight 908, this is Chief Designer Evelyn. Disengage autopilot immediately and fly blind. Left rudder 15 degrees.
Copy that, Ms. Evelyn. Disengaging autopilot now.
Left 15 puts us directly over the Newfoundland peaks. We have zero visibility. We'll fly straight into the mountains.
Evelyn, you psychopath! Are you trying to crash my plane?
Listen to me. I have 10 years of geographical and weather models for that mountain range memorized in my head. If you maintain your heading, the storm will tear your wings off. 10 o'clock is your only window of stable air. Max thrust on engine 3. Punch through it now.
Oh my God!
We made it! Aircraft is stabilized! Thank you, Evelyn. You are our guardian angel. Incredible, Mrs. Evelyn. You have just pulled off an absolute miracle in aviation history.
She just got lucky. A blind squirrel finding a nut.
Shut your mouth!
For intellectual property theft and extreme negligence causing near-fatal catastrophe, you are going to prison.
Exactly! This is all this bitch's fault for conning me! Security! Throw her out and fire her immediately!
And maybe I should fire my worthless disappointment of a son along with her!
Father, aren't you supposed to be recovering at the clinic? What are you doing here?
You absolute idiot! If I hadn't come back, you and this plastic surgery creep would have burned Atlantic's century-old reputation to the ground. I personally head-hacked Evelyn 3 months ago as our risk management prodigy. Her talent is recognized by the world's top conglomerates, and you dared to fire her?
Hey, Dad, she's just a low-level flight attendant from a regional branch. Wasn't Hillary the one who guided our flight out of the Arctic storm 3 months ago?
Hillary is a parasite who can't even read a single line of basic code. Every high-risk route we ever successfully opened was forged by Evelyn, putting her life on the line. You utter fool!
Evelyn, this is on me. I should have never handed the reins to this incompetent brat. I am truly sorry for what you went through.
Mr. Kim, Chairman, I made a mistake, please. I beg of you, just give me one more chance.
The NYPD is already downstairs. Corporate espionage and reckless endangerment? Have fun thinking about that in a jail cell.
As for you, pack your bags tonight. You're going to our African branch to manage cargo lines. Don't even think about returning to New York until you've learned some basic human decency.
Dad, please.
Evelyn, I officially appoint you as the CEO and primary successor of Atlantic Aviation.
It is my absolute honor to sign this $10 billion global route contract with the future queen of Atlantic Aviation.
Thank you both for your trust. Atlantic Aviation will reclaim its throne. Apologies, gentlemen, but I might be a little late to the board's victory dinner tonight.
Go on, kid. Your new era is just beginning.